Let's get going straight away. So hi everyone, welcome to the Jam Station. It's 7 p.m. on a Thursday night, which means it's live stream time, your weekly guitar lesson with the Jam Station. I'm going to be here every week. Come join me. Today we're continuing our journey with the parallel modes and specifically the modes of the major scale. Now I say that because one question I received in the week was, why do you specify the major scale? Why in the modes of the major scale? And the reason for that is because we can create modes from any scale. We can create modes from the harmonic minor or modes from the melodic minor. We can even create modes from the pentatonic scales. Okay, but in this series, we are working on the modes of the major scale. So all your old favorites, Dorian, Lydian, Mixolydian, etc. Now, last week, we added in a seventh beneath the root. Okay, so we went up. Let's use Lydian as an example. Back to the root, down to the seventh, and back into the root, and that enables us to create a 4/4 loop. Okay, 1 Eander, 2 Eander, 3 Eander, 4 Eander, 1 full bar. Today we're doing the opposite of that. Rather than adding a note beneath the root, we're actually adding a note on top of the octave. Okay, we're keeping the same structure. We're counting 16th notes. We're playing 4/4, so it's still going to be a good technical workout. But now we're adding a note on top. Okay. So here's an example of what I'm talking about with Lydian. 1 Eander, 2 Eander, 3, up to the 9th, Eander, 4 Eander, 1. And that'd be the same with Ionian. 1 Eander, 2 Eander, 3 Eander, 4 Eander, 1. Okay? This is basically making more of the fretboard available to us and accessible when improvising solos or writing riffs and melodies. Now I'm going to start by playing you the full exercise just so you can see what we'll be working through, what you'll be playing hopefully by the end of the session. Don't worry if you missed last week, you'll still get a lot from this tutorial. Even if you just know your major scale, I'll talk you through all of the steps. All of the tab is on Patreon, okay? I've dropped the link in the description so you can go download that now. And there's also a link to the modal backing track that I'm about to play over. That's free on Bandcamp. Yeah, I know we are way too generous. Right, here we go. This is to the backing track. Starting with Lydian. 3 and 4 Eander. Into Ionian. Mixolydian. Into Dorian. Aeolian. Phrygian, flat 9. Locrian, flat 5th, flat 9. So what will you gain from tonight's lesson? Well, point 1, we're going to play an exercise which will develop your alternate picking and some left and right hand coordination, so some technical development. Number 2, we're going to use all 7 modes of the major scale, and you will learn which intervals are changing as you move from mode to mode, okay? And with each new mode, this is the crucial part of this system, we're only changing 1 note at a time. This is really useful fretboard knowledge and very, very useful music theory. We're going to count and fill 16th notes as per last week. Okay, this is a very common rhythm you'll find in funk and jazz or most styles of music, to be honest. So whatever your aim or level is, this is good for your musicianship. Right, modes. Obviously, drop me any questions at any point if you have any questions about the theory I'm talking about or the technical elements as well, of course, but especially the theory. Parallel modes means we're playing all of the modes from the same root note. Okay, so E Lydian goes from an E. Let's put that 9th in as well, get in the groove. E Ionian will go from an E. Now this does mean that each of the modes is coming from a different parent key, but by playing them all from an E root, it means we can really hear the difference between the sound and mood of each mode as we change. So we're going to always play from an E root. Right, let's start with Lydian. That is the first scale in the tab. Okay, now if you don't know Lydian and you do know major scale, I'm going to quickly explain that. Assuming you know your major scale, we have a root, 2nd, 3rd, perfect 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th octave. Okay, the difference between Ionian, which is the major scale, and Lydian is the 4th. With Lydian, we have a sharp 4 tritone. Okay, so 1 E and 2 E and put a 9th in as well. So you're changing 1 note for your major scale. Let's warm up by just looping that up and down a few times, including the 9th. Okay, so you can feel the 16th note pulse that we're playing to. Here we go. 3 and 4 Eander, 1 Eander, 2 Eander, So Lydian again, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. One more, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And now let's play that to the backing track. We're going to keep playing to the backing track and adding a new mode in each time. Here we go. 2, 3, and 4 E and a. That is the tempo of this backing track. Okay, if that just feels too fast, it's absolutely not a problem. You practice this yourself with a metronome at a tempo that's comfortable to you. So our first transition is from Lydian to Ionian, or the major scale. So we're going to flatten that fourth, that sharp fourth that we just played, to a perfect fourth. Okay, so we're back to a scale most people will know, including our ninth on top. Oh, perfect fourth, major 7. Let's loop that a couple of times, okay? 2, 3, and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. So I'm really accenting the 1 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, making sure that all the notes are cleanly picked. Right, as we're only changing that one note, it should be reasonably easy for us to play Lydian and straight into Ionian. Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate very quickly. Up, Lydian, and now up again with the perfect fourth. Here we go. 3 and 4 E and up Lydian, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E, and then up Ionian. So far, so good. Let me know about the pace of what I'm doing. Otherwise, let's try that to the backing track. Okay, so this will be slightly faster than what I've just played. 2, 3, and 4 E and. Okay, so that's our first two modes down: Lydian, Ionian. Right, mode 3 on the tab you'll see is Mixolydian. So if we're going from our Ionian as a starting point, we have a major 7th in Ionian, and Mixolydian has a flattened 7th. Okay, really cool scale for blues, jazz, some soul music. It's great on static dominant chords. Okay, rather than the sort of really tense chords you may get in a 2-5-1 where we want to create tension. Mixolydian is great for a static dominant 7 that's not changing. I'm going to play up my major scale, but when I get to the 7th, I'm playing a flattened 7th. Octaves the same, the 9th is the same. Okay, I'm just going to loop that 2 or 3 times to get it under the fingers. Here we go. 2, 3, and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. And again, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. One more time, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Let's play it a couple of times with the E ringing out, so we can really hear the sound of the effect of that flat 7, but major 3rd, major 9th. Okay, hearing the root note with it really does enable us to feel the character of the mode. Here we go. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Let's join it to our major scale. Let's join it to our Ionian. So we're going to go up Ionian with a major 7th, and then back up Mixolydian, flat 7th. If you've seen a few of these videos in this series, hopefully these intervals will really start to sink in, okay? And these changes will start to feel natural. Here we go. So Ionian, then Mixolydian. 2, 3, and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a Mixolydian, flattened 7th. Now let's put the 3 together. Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian. Here we go. 2, 3, and 4 E and a Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian. We're done. Right. I'm going to try that to the backing track now. This will be slightly faster. 2, 3, and 4 E and Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian. So far, so good. Let's move on. Those are our 3 modes that contain a major third, okay? A G sharp in the key of E. We're now going to start a series of 3 minor modes, starting with Dorian. So these will all contain a minor third, a G natural, as opposed to a G sharp, okay? So when we transition from Mixolydian to Dorian, the only note that's changing is the flat third, okay? So the rest of the notes, root, second, flat third is our new note. Everything else stays the same. 4th, 5th, 6th, flat 7, 9th, okay? Just get that under your fingers, run it a couple of times. Let's put the 9th in as well. It's the new note tonight. Just a couple of times at your own pace, okay? This wants to feel comfortable. One more time. This is the only mode in this exercise which requires a position shift, okay? So we play these 5 notes in position, then we have to stretch the finger back a fret to play the 6th, okay? So be prepared for that. The 9th is actually, the F sharp is the same note, but you're now going to be playing it with your middle finger because we've moved back, okay? Right, let's just play that to a click. 3 and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Loop it. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Let's go a bit faster. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a bit faster. We're done. Right, so that's Dorian. Okay. Let's join it to Mixolydian. Okay, so we're going to play our Mixolydian up with the flat 7, but we're still playing the major third at this point. And then as we reach the root note again, we switch into our index finger here to play Dorian. In fact, let's just work on that finger change, okay? Because when I've taught this in the past, this is often a bottleneck here because we have a change of root note, change of finger on the root note, people can stumble here. So imagine you're going up Mixolydian, play your 9th, and then rather than stay on the middle finger, we're coming in. So let's just do that. I'm going to go up Mixolydian, index finger, and now we're in position for Dorian. Let's do that again. 3 and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E, Mixolydian, index finger. Okay. Let's do Mixolydian. Now we're in position with that. Okay, you're in position to move into the minor third. We can do Dorian as well. Here we go. So Mixolydian and Dorian. 2, 3, and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Good. Let's add Dorian onto our sequence. So we're now going to have Lydian. Obviously, check this on the tab. Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian, and then into our minor modes with Dorian. Here we go. 2, 3, and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E, and that's Lydian. Ionian, I need to sneeze. Just got distracted by a comment there. Held it together though. What a champion. Hello, George. Thanks for your comment, mate. Right, let's put those 4 modes we've done so far to the backing track. This will be a little bit faster. If this feels too fast, it doesn't matter. Give it a go anyway, or just sit it out for a second. Here we go. 4 E and Lydian. Ionian. Mixolydian. Position shift. Dorian. Right. That's actually the hard work done. Like Mixolydian to Dorian is without doubt the hardest part. So we're now going to move from Dorian to Aeolian. Now you'll see on the tab that we now change into a flattened 6th. So whereas Dorian has a major 6th, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, major 6, we're going to flatten that note, which is a C sharp, into a C natural. Okay. So this is our easiest scale yet, really. It's all in position. We're not using our middle finger at all. The new note this week is that 9th, okay? Let's try that to the click, okay? So we're looking at 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10 twice, and then 7, 9. A new note, F sharp. Here we go. 2, 3, 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E, 4, and again 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a, one more time, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay. Quick little note about improvisation. I mentioned this last week, but the reason I chose E as a key to do this is because you can hit your open E string, let that ring out, okay? You'll sometimes catch it, obviously, but you can really hear the vibe of that mode. While with any other key, that wouldn't be possible. Okay, so once you've got a mode under your fingers, if you like the sound of it, just jam with it a little bit. Jam with it with yourself. Okay, just explore those intervals. Right, let's do Dorian to Aeolian. Okay, so Dorian, major 6th, and then we're going to flatten that 6th, flat 6. Here we go, together. 2, 3, 4 E and a Dorian, Aeolian. Okay, right, let's try it to the backing track. Here we go. So this is going to be all of them. Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian, Dorian, Aeolian. Mixolydian, and now Aeolian. Right, we're actually nearly through them. There's only 2 more to go. Gets a bit more interesting here because up to this point, every single mode we've played has had a flat, a natural 2nd or a natural 9th, F sharp. These last 2 modes, as you'll see on the tab, Phrygian, Locrian, they contain a flat 2 or a flat 9. Right, Phrygian, yeah, flat 9. So we're taking the notes from Aeolian, okay, a shape that we know well because it's the natural minor mode, natural minor scale, but we're going to flatten our 9th or our 2nd. So instead of an F sharp, we have an F natural, which also means the 9th above, F sharp, has to come down to an F natural there as well. We're not going to bring it down there. We're then taking a hand out position. That's not to say it's not a bad exercise to be able to do that. Look. If you can do things like that and move yourself out of position, you find you'll get lost in improvisations a lot less. Okay, that's actually a really good thing to practice. But for now, we're going to stick in position. So, octave, flat 9, love that. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, right, let's try it together. So, flat 9 there, E and F, flat 9 there, E and F, 2, 3, 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. Let's loop it. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. One more time. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Good. Let's just join it to Aeolian. We're not going to do the whole stretch yet. Just Aeolian. Flatten the 9th into Phrygian. Here we go. 2, 3. And 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, natural 9th, flat 9. Okay, let's go from. I'm not going to do the backing track straight away because obviously the backing track is a bit faster. But let's do them all: Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian, into the minor modes: Dorian, Aeolian, Phrygian. Okay, just at our own pace. 2, 3. 4E and a Lydian, natural ninth. This is Ionian, Mixolydian, into the minor modes, Dorian, Aeolian, into Phrygian. Right, let's try that to the backing track. Be a bit quicker now. 2, 3, 4, Ionian, Mixolydian, Dorian, Aeolian, Phrygian. There is one to go. Right, the Locrian. Okay, the Locrian is not a minor mode. We've just played 3 minor modes, Dorian, Aeolian, Phrygian. Locrian is not a minor mode because it does contain a flat third, which hints at obviously a minor tonality, but it also has a flattened fifth. Okay, so we're going root, flat second, flat third, perfect fourth, flat fifth. So that minor third, flat fifth, or diminished fifth, which is the correct title, gives us a diminished triad. And then as we carry on through the scale, we also have a flat 7, okay, which makes it a half diminished scale, okay, or minor 7 flat 5. The chord would be a minor 7 flat 5. Absolutely lovely sound, okay. You can also stick that flat 5 on top, which will cut through a little bit more. So it stands alone in that it's not major, it's not minor, it is a half diminished scale. Okay, so again, this one's quite easy to play because you've got the same fingering on the A and D strings, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10. And as we move on to the G string, we've got 7, 9, 10. We're keeping that flat 2 from Phrygian. Right, let's just loop that 2 or 3 times so it falls under the fingers. Here we go, 2, 3, 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E. This is Locrian now. Sorry, George, if this is painful. And a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. One more time. Right, let's attach it to Phrygian. So Phrygian, flat 2, but a perfect 5th, okay. And then go into Locrian, flat 2, diminished 5th. Here we go, just those 2, 2, 3, 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. So that's Phrygian, Locrian. Right, from the beginning, that is all of our modes. So we're going to do just at our own tempo at first. Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian, those are 3 modes with the major third. And then into Dorian, Aeolian, Phrygian, our 3 minor modes. And then finish with Locrian, okay? Do these a little bit slower. You go 1, 2, 3, 4 E and a 1 E. This is Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian, Dorian, Aeolian, Phrygian, flat 2, Locrian. Now, quick little tip for those of you who've got, a computer with Logic or something, or a keyboard where you can record a little loop. If letting an E out like that isn't too easy, you can actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to solo the guitar and I'm going to solo this pad I've set up. So if I hit play now, hopefully you can hear that. Can you hear that? There's a really nice dreamy E5 drone. And we can then start to move between the modes and hear how they sound, because that root note is just established. So if I start with Lydian, no, I'm not sort of shredding here or anything, because I want to hear the notes against that E. Play some dyads. Play some arpeggios. Now if we switch to Ionian, you'll hear the change with that perfect fourth. A bit more boring that's the major scale. Let's go straight to Mixolydian. Flat 7, major 3rd. I always feel like the Mixolydian sounds a little bit Irish, a little bit Celtic. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen Peaky Blinders, but there's the scene where Grace, this is in series 1, stood up and is singing in the bar just on her own. And it really gives this kind of vibe. The melody she's singing really gives this Mixolydian vibe. Let's move into Dorian. So we now have a minor 3rd. So again, not shredding, I'm just trying to hear. Major 6th. Let's move into something a bit more exotic. Let's play Phrygian. Stunning, isn't it? Really sort of Spanish. And then finally Locrian. Apologies, George, if you're still listening. The flat 5. It's really quite dark. So in the early stages of playing your modes, I definitely recommend exercises like this for you to absorb not just the fingerings, but actually how they sound. Let's play our flat 5th. Right, let's back to the technical element and let's put all these together. Right, here we go. Starting with Lydian, going all the way through. 2, 3, 4, into Ionian, Mixolydian, Dorian into the minor notes, Aeolian, Phrygian, flat 2, Locrian, flat 3. Nearly lost it. Right. Now, unless you guys got any questions on that, I'm going to, because that is ultimately the purpose of tonight, was to be able to play that 16th note picking study and discussing the transitional interval between each mode. So we've achieved that.